Hello everybody, and welcome back to Five Nights at Freddy's. We're going to be doing something that I think I might regret. We're going to be trying to do 20, 20, 20, 20 mode. Now the problem I have with this is how ridiculously long it's going to take me to be able to complete this. I'm not promising that I will beat this, because I'm not good at this game. So yeah, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it, and we're gonna see what happens. Let's get going. 7th night. If I would just look. Hi, so I wanted to do just a little bit of, talking over everything else that's happening, because I stay silent through almost the entire attempt, because this is, I think, over attempt 50 now. It was, I believe, 2.5 hours until I got this attempt, which sounds like a lot, but for this challenge, what I was expecting, it's nowhere near what I expected. So mainly what you can get from what I'm just doing here is there's always a pattern to it. You do the door before you pull up the camera, then you put the door back up, and then you check both lights and go back. Now, with Bonnie showing up every now and again, it used to throw me off a little bit, but after a good 30 attempts, I got the rhythm of it and realized what I had to do just to change my strategy a little bit. With Chica showing up, it was the same ordeal. It was just a little bit more confusing to have the door down, which I always needed down with the camera, because when you get in a rhythm like this, you build up a need to click the door button as soon as you go for the camera. Because of how much you're clicking the button, you have to, it's wired in your brain, okay, I need to click this before I open the camera. And then that kind of screws you, because if Chica's there, it messes with you thinking, okay, I still need to click the button, but the door's already closed, so I just open the door and let Freddy in, which in turn kills me. It's all just a balance and learning the mechanics and what to do when something happens, but it was so difficult figuring it out and just trying to stay focused the whole time. My arm was shaking by the end of this. But Bonnie was the main problem I had with the two, Bonnie and Chica, because Bonnie just kept popping in and out, and it always threw me off. But Foxy, the good part about this run was that I was able to keep Foxy back, and I think Foxy only charged one time, which was very good, because Foxy, when Foxy charges your door, he steals power. And not just by the door going down, he actually steals some of your power. It goes down incredibly fast when he's at the door. So being able to keep him from charging all but one time really helped me keep the power at the maximum amount I could through the attempt. The problem I had was the stress of thinking, if I don't check the camera, he's going to charge me and I'm going to lose. Because of how long I'd already been doing this, it was so stressful thinking that I could lose by 1 millisecond that I missed. And what I established in the previous nights of Freddy going to the door, and when he laughs he leaves, so when he laughs again he comes back, that got completely thrown out the window, because as you can probably tell of how much he's laughing, they don't mean anything. But the only thing for Freddy was just to make sure I always had the door down, and something I figured out for that quite quickly is pay attention to the color of the light, not when you last clicked it, which is what I started doing at the start of all the attempts. Was I paid attention to when I had clicked the button and how long ago it was, and if I needed to click it again. I didn't pay attention to the color of it, which is actually very helpful, knowing green means down. Green means good to pull up the camera. About halfway through the attempts, I started to design code words for stuff that happened, and that, I think, helped with learning what I had to do for Bonnie, what I had to do for Chica. Like, if Bonnie was at the door, I would say, Bonnie, and eventually I realized in my head, okay, do this if Bonnie's there. If I say Bonnie, do this. Click the door, turn off the light, go over to the door and close it, and check Foxy. If Chica's there, leave the door down and make sure it's green when you pull up the camera, and then check the light before lifting the door after coming off the camera. And then a little bit earlier, but this one stayed the longest, was for Foxy. Whenever I look at Foxy here, whenever I get the tiny bit of information from flipping up the camera, I look for his eyes, first of all, when I flip up the camera, but when I see where they are, I say 3, or what he is now, 3, or if he was at 2, 2, or if he's gone, then I say he's gone, and I don't panic, I just go about my routine, and then remember he's gone, and click the left door down. And something that helped with that as well is saying when the left door was down. So when I put the left door down, I would say down, knowing that if Foxy were to charge, like he is, I believe, here, I would know that I don't have to worry about closing the door because it's already down. Just a couple simple code words that I came up with that really helped with figuring out where they were throughout the night. I'm really just trying to help you learn what I had to do to get this, which was, it was tough. The amount of attempts I had to do, it was just so annoying. Because the amount of times you lose to something so stupid like time. If you spared 1 second not looking at the camera, Foxy would move. If you took too long looking at Foxy, Bonnie could be at the door and the door would be locked. It was just this tiny things that threw you off so much, and I couldn't wrap my head around them until this attempt. And especially with Freddy being always present at the door, I knew almost instantly if I didn't put the door down, I would be dead. And losing so many times to that, it was aggravating because I knew I could leave the door down. I knew I could do it. But I just kept messing up and forgetting, which was what was aggravating me. But about halfway through this night at 3 a.m., I had realized this is a good run. I really need to start trying. Because at 3 a.m., if you get to around 46 to 43% power, somewhere around that area, you know it's a good attempt because it's very close to what you need. And then at 5 a.m., when it went to 5 at 11%, I was like, okay, this is it. If I just am good enough with my power, I can win. But I'm going to let myself take this out, and I'm going to let myself walk us out of this, and let's see how this played out. Come out, please. Please. Foxy? No! Please! Foxy! Foxy's gonna charge. Foxy's gonna charge. Foxy's gonna charge. Foxy's gonna charge. Please! Please! Oh, yes! Yes! Take the longest time possible. Take the longest amount of time possible. Please. take as long as you want. I love your song. It's amazing. Please let me listen to it the whole time. Please, 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 please. Your song's amazing. I want to listen to it all the time. I want to listen to every single second of it. Please. You can play it a second time if you want. I don't care. Please. Yes. Yes! 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 I don't care that I'm fired. Yes! 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 3 stars! Yes! I did it! I'm in pain! Oh, I'm in so much pain. Yes! I did it! I did it! Okay. I really hope I was recording, and I can't check until I close this. Okay. That didn't take nearly as long as I was expecting it to. It only took around 2.5 hours, I would say, which sounds like a lot. And it was, but it also wasn't. I can't think. I was focusing so hard. My heart was beating out of my chest. I can't do anything else anymore. If I'm done, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see the rest of the series, click on the screen now. It'll take you back to the first episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!